I've gone a bit Christmas in July. Hello and welcome back to another episode of my video podcast about what I'm making. It's another hot day, there may be some traffic noise behind, but hey ho, I'm just glad to have some nice weather this summer. Welcome. If you're new here, thank you very much for trying out the channel. If you're a returning viewer, thank you as always. It's going to be quite a small episode today because I haven't had an awful lot of making time since I got back from yarning last week. So there's only really one project that I've made progress on, and if you're new, so this video each week I just share what I've been making. Predominantly that's knitting, crochet, sometimes there's some sewing, quilting, baking, yada yada, you get the idea. So that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. So let's crack on with things. The thing that's had the most progress is the flax DK sweater that I shared with you last week that I'm knitting for my son for his birthday. So here it is. There you go. It's almost finished. So I've got the sleeves down to the cuffs, and then I've got the body is almost complete as well. So what I was doing, if you let's hold it up like that, there we go. What I was doing, if you didn't see this last time, was I had 2 balls of DK weight yarn, and according to the pattern I would need just over 2 balls to do it to pattern. So it's the Flax Sweater by Tin Can Knits. It's a DK weight version, which is a fairly recent one. I don't know when it was published, but it's fairly recent. And before that it was just worsted and 4-ply fingering weight version. And within the pattern there are a myriad of options. So you've got 0 to 6 months right the way up to 5XL adult, and then you've got crop sleeves, short sleeves, long sleeves, crop body, full body, short row shaping, no short row shaping, ribbing for the collar at the beginning, ribbing for the collar at the end. So there's loads and loads of options. I've just done the bog standard long sleeves, normal body, no short row shaping, no faffing about version. But as I was saying, according to the pattern, that would actually use just over 2 balls of the yarn, and I only had 2 balls. So what I've done is I used up the first ball and stopped the body at the point that I ran out of yarn for the first ball. So that's how far I got. Then what I did, bear with, these were tucked nicely up the sleeves of the jumpers, but we've been visiting today, so it's gone a bit chaotic. What I did was I turned the next cake, I hand wound off 50 grams, or 54 grams I should say, because it was 108 grams for the weight of the ball, into a separate ball, and I knit one sleeve with this one sleeve with this one, and this is what I've got left. So what I'm about to do is rejoin, and you can see I've actually cut this one off entirely from a ball of yarn, this sleeve. I'm about to rejoin this ball of yarn, sorry, oh, is it the other ball of yarn? Okay, I'm about to rejoin the other cake of yarn, it turns out, to the sweater. Oh, this was so beautifully organised this morning, I promise. And now it's a total mess. Hang on. There we go. Let's just get this out from in here. There we are. So I'm going to tuck this back up the sleeve, and you can see what we're dealing with a bit better there. There we go. So there we are. That's up that sleeve. So I'm about to rejoin this cake of yarn, if I've done it correctly, there we are, to the body, because the body calls for 6.5 inches before the ribbing. I usually add a good inch on for Robin because he's got a very long body, so I'm probably going to do that, and so I'm going to use as much as I need of this and then decide whether I've got enough yarn between this and the equivalent in there to do the cuffs of the sleeves and the waistband, the hem, or if I'm going to have to use a contrast. And if I do, then I've got a ball of bright red Snuggly DK that I intend to use for it, which I think will look really good. So there's that. It hasn't taken too long. I mean, I knit one sleeve in a morning, or a little bit last night and this morning. It's just been finding the time. It's been a really busy week. So I spoke to you last Tuesday, and the Wednesday I was working at preschool. On the Thursday, or it might be the other way around, Wednesday I was at the cafe. Thursday, Friday I was working at preschool. Saturday we had an at-home day, but I was pottering and doing housework because I'm one of these people that at the start of the summer holidays I like to get everything organised. So even before I had children, I was a high school teacher, so the summer was my main holiday, and I needed to clear the decks and start everything fresh and clean. So I was doing my sort of pottering, and then Sunday we spent the day at the beach with our preschool friends. So my new colleagues all gathered up their various children, there's quite a few of them, and went to the beach for the day, and it was marvellous, and Robin had the best time and I had a great time. And for the first time, I think, possibly in my entire life, I felt truly comfortable in my own skin. I was so relaxed. I wasn't overthinking anything. I was running around on the beach in my swimming costume, running after my son and my friend's son and playing football and splashing the waves and finding hermit crabs. It was just the best day. I did take my knitting, but I took a sock with me. And I didn't do much knitting. It's a very, very sandy beach. I'm not used to this. The beaches where I grew up were shingle. There was barely any sand to be had. You had to go out almost to the mud flats and you get a little bit that you could maybe do something with. Again, that was more like mud rather than sand. So it was just marvellous. And then I can't think what happened yesterday. Oh, yeah, yesterday I had a hospital appointment and we went visiting, and then there was a little bit of making time in the evening. So really the whole week just sort of disappeared on me. So that is why I've only done that. But, you know, that's the way it rolls sometimes. Sometimes we don't get a chance to do the making that we'd hoped to do. Other things happen. I had an evening where I spent doing a jigsaw puzzle with my husband. We sometimes do that. We'll do a jigsaw and we'll listen to a podcast, like a proper podcast, not like this, which isn't technically a podcast at all because it's video, but you know what I mean. And we'll do a jigsaw together, and it's nice. It's just nice to do something different and chill. So there we are. So that's it. That's all I've got to show you this week. But I will talk a little bit about my summer making plans because school's out for summer, baby. I'm not working much at the cafe. They don't seem to need me much at the moment, and I finish entirely on the 10th of August, which still leaves 3 weeks of summer. So I've started thinking about my summer making plans, and I have been bitten just a little bit by the Christmas in July bug. Only a little bit. So as you know, I'm doing summer sock camp, and I needed a vanilla sock to cast on. I needed something nice and simple that I could go round in, and I was watching my aunt's Christmas in July videos. I think a number of video podcasters are doing it. And I just started to feel kind of whimsical and cozy and looking forward to that cozy time in autumn. I mean, I'm loving the summer, don't get me wrong, but I just kind of like the idea of hunkering down with a project and feeling all festive. And so I did actually cast on a pair of socks. I'll flash a picture up here. I'm going to make this one ball of vintage tinsel from West Yorkshire Spinners go around my whole family. So myself, my husband and my son. So my husband opted for licorice as his contrast colour for heels, toes and cuffs. I'm going to do robins next, and then I'll do whatever I can with mine. I might even try toe up to make sure that I actually get a pair, but who knows. So my mind's kind of moved towards making. I'm not going to go all out Christmas because Christmas is for winter. I do start thinking about it in November and really starting to get organised then. And I like that. I like getting ready for Christmas near Christmas. But when it comes to hand makes, I'm always chasing my own tail. I'm always playing catch up. So I thought it might be fun just to do a little bit. So I've got Robin's birthday sweater. His birthday's in November, and I have started thinking about casting on his Christmas sweater. I do want to finish the Thomas one. I do. It's an intarsia one. I've done a little bit of the back and that's it last year. I haven't touched it since. But I've got King Cole Fjord in a ridiculously festive colourway, and don't shoot me, but I'm really tempted to just do a flax in it. Flax DK, I'm really enjoying the flax. I can do it without thinking about it. It's mindless, they're such fun. All the sweaters look different depending on what yarn you use, so there could be that. Although I am open to suggestions. If you've got any suggestions for an interesting double knitting weight sweater, hit me up with them. I'd love to see. Yeah, so the next thing is sewing. I've not been giving myself permission to do any sewing until I've finished that blessed hot water bottle cover that I'm making for the lovely Helen. and it's nearly there, but I've got to be a bit sensible now and think I'm not going to make anything ever if I force myself to finish that first. I need to use my making time for things I enjoy as well, and I do enjoy what I'm doing, but yeah. So back in February, I want to say, I bought 1.5 meters of the most fantastic orange dinosaur fabric and a pattern to make pajamas, summer pajamas for my son. We're now in July. I have not made those summer pajamas. And then when I was in Cornwall visiting Truro Fabrics, another client for Search Press, I saw this. Look, it's Thomas the Tank Engine. I mean, as if I could do anything else. So I bought another 1.5 meters of this to make him another pair of summer pajamas in. And I'm very, very excited about my sewing plans. It's got the key characters on it. It's the traditional style of illustration, which I love. It's not the new weird slightly manga-ish style. I've got nothing against manga or anime, but it doesn't sit right for Thomas the Tank Engine for me. But yeah, and it's got tracks, and he's probably going to spend all his time following the tracks and none of his time going to sleep, and his daddy is going to really be grateful for that one. But there we are. So I'm going to be sewing pajamas this summer, definitely in some of my downtime. Maybe a Friday when Robin goes to his nanny and granddad's, I might actually give myself permission to enjoy my Fridays and do some making. So there's that. There's also another project. There's another project which I don't have with me at the moment, and it's make your own felt robin. It's just a Trimmets thing. They're dirt cheap. You can get them in Homecraft, or you can get them from local yarn stores, or you know. And it's just sewing some pieces of felt together, but I might save that to do with Robin. The other thing is I've picked up my cross stitch again, which as you can see is coming on really nicely. It's actually starting to look like a train. I think I'm on about day 20 of the 100-day project. So I'm doing 20 minutes a day. I've just uploaded a wee video on Sunday for the 100 days of cross stitch, and on that I share with you as well that I've been showing Robin how to stitch. He wanted to get involved, he asked, so I helped him do a few stitches on this, and then his daddy helped him learn to do some stitching on his own. He's so proud of it, he loves it, and anytime I'm working on this in front of him, he wants to stitch Percy, so I have to let him join in. But no, I'm really liking that. It's really pleasing, and I think I'm going to frame it and keep it for him for Christmas. So there's that. And then I'm considering what else I can manage, but for now it's the Christmas sock, a Christmas jumper for Robin, and his cross stitch. And the pajamas are my summer making plan. So a little bit of Christmas, a little bit of general summer. I think sewing at the machine, because I'm finding it, especially when it's so hot, I'm finding it quite uncomfortable on my hands to be knitting and holding wool. I don't get too clammy, but it's enough that it doesn't glide, and it's not as pleasurable an experience as it could be. So yeah, I'm also thinking about trying to get through as many works in progress as possible. Now I've got time, I'm thinking about catching up with the 52 weeks of socks make-alongs. So I was doing Marches, which was Vervain, and I'm part way through that. I've got quite a way. Yeah, I've got quite a way through Vervain, which is for some reason absolutely covered in my hair. My hair's falling out really badly at the moment. I don't know if it's stress or what's going on, but there we are. So you can see I'm most of the way down the foot now. This sock will be finished very, very soon. I just need to find what I've done with the book so I can see the pattern. So I need to finish that. They've just done one for July, which I absolutely love, which is called Dear Björn. And I really love it. I love the slip stitch design. I think that would look amazing in some self-striping, and I've got some fantastic fibre punk self-striping just here in this basket that's been itching to be used. I think I'd like to do contrast toes. They're knit toe up, which I'm a little bit nervous about, but yeah. So I just want to try and catch up with as many of those as possible. Vervain, definitely. De Björn and Rapunzel was one, I think. I've missed out on a load. I'll try and put some of the pictures and names up here as I'm talking about them. So the idea of catching up with that make along, just for fun, of course, and of course it goes with the summer sock thing, works as well. Now I'm not going to talk about socks in these videos. I'm doing my standalone summer sock camp ones, so that's it for socks at the moment. But I've got a new video coming out on Sunday where I share all my summer sock camp progress, and there's a lot of socks. So if socks are your jam, I'd love for you to join me on Sunday. Yeah, and other than that, we've just been enjoying other sorts of making, and I think that's what we're going to be doing this summer. I'm going to be sharing with you all sorts of making, not just knitting and crochet. So for example, this morning Robin and I got up and baked fairy cakes. It's a Mary Berry recipe. It's freely available on her blog, so I'm not giving anything away. And yeah, so I took a little bit of footage of us baking and decorating our fairy cakes this morning. So if you've got a project, maybe sit back, listen to the music, and enjoy and join this moment with us. I'd love to share it with you of Mummy and Robin baking.
Yeah, thank you.
1, 2,
3,
4,
4, 1,
5,
5,
6. Well done.
so many.
6 is so many. Well done.
So
Right.
many.
So we need 100 grams of butter softened. So let's get
So
the
what?
Ready? Say 1, 2, 3.
3, crack.
Wow, there it is.
Egg.
An egg. Well done. 1, 2, 3.
Crack.
Crack. There we go. Oopsies.
Oops.
And pour a little bit, just a few.
Great.
Should we decorate them?
Decorate them.
Yeah, should we do some icing? When they're baked, we'll do some icing and some sprinkles.
Sprinkles?
You like sprinkles, don't you?
No, I don't like sprinkles. I want more sprinkles.
You can have sprinkles. Say you don't like sprinkles and then you want sprinkles. That's a bit confusing. Right, now we've got to do a special. We're going to cover this up so it stays nice. And then we've got to do some banging. Ready? Go bang, bang, bang. Can you do it? Gently, bang, bang, bang. Knocks the air up. Now I've got to put them in the oven.
I'll put them in.
What have we made? We've been making
Cakes!
What sort of cakes?
I need to get a
Need to get down.
fairy cake.
Fairy cakes. Good job. Is it yummy? What are you doing? What are you doing, Robin?
Oh no,
Oh no.
it's broken.
Is it broken or is it empty?
Broken.
Is it yummy? Yeah. Okay, you gonna stir? I've got to do lots of stirring.
I need it in them.
Oh, who's that then?
Emmy Berry.
Mary Berry. Yeah, you said she was a fairy a minute ago, didn't you?
It's a fairy.
You thought she was a fairy because of her fairy cakes. Get on top like that. There we go. And then we can just spread it around. Can you see? We're spreading it around the cake. Covering all the cake. Can you see cake still? Then we need to do more spreading.
Need to do more spreading.
Is it good?
You need strawberries.
You want strawberries on it? That would be a lovely idea. Well, that'd be a lovely idea. Maybe we could get some strawberries on the way to Jackie and Keith's. Right. You spread?
No.
Do you want Mummy to spread? What are you doing? Are you having cuddles?
No.
Robin, you're making it quite difficult for me to spread these. Oh, bless you. Thank you. You're so sweet. Right.
Put it in that one.
We're not eating yet. We're going to take them and share them with Jackie and Keith, aren't we?
I need to Robin eat a cake.
Robin wants to eat a cake. I know. Mummy quite wants to eat a cake as well.
Oh.
Shall we all eat cakes together?
That was for you.
That one's for me. Wow, thank you. We'll save it. I'm going to save it and have it with Jackie and Keith in a minute, okay?
That's for me.
That one's for you, is it? Wow, what a great cake. Hold on, Mr. Man. We're not finished yet. Oh, this is the hardest bit, isn't it? It's so hard having to wait. Is it hard? Is it a bit tricky?
It's a biscuit.
Yeah, because you just want to
We
eat.
finished.
Yeah, almost finished. Hold on. Move your head out of the way. Just right, are you going to do the sprinkles? Yeah? What sprinkles are we going to put on the fairy
White
cakes?
sprinkle.
You think white sprinkle? See what sprinkles we've got, won't we? Shall we have a look and see what sprinkles we've got? Do you want to lick that spoon? Yeah, you do. Right, Robin. We've got blue and white sprinkles, or we've got rainbow sprinkles. What do you want? Blue and white sprinkles. Okay. Oh, beautiful. You're going to put some on all of them. Well done, Bobbin Bear.
I need to eat the cake. Daddy! That's your cake!
Thank you.
That's your cake.
Thank you. Did you make it?
Robin make it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Robin cut your ears. Robin get in the duck bed.
He was a bit
With my
scared
cake.
of the whisk. Now, you're going to give it to Daddy?
Thank you. That's lovely. Thank you, son.
Yummy, Daddy.
Yummy daddy.
Is it yummy, Daddy,
Oh,
he
is it yummy
says?
daddy? I'll try some, shall I?
Robin say some.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Put it there.
He's not going to wait for his at Jackie and Keith's, I don't think. Whoa, someone's excited.
Robin scream.
Can you tell someone's been licking the bowl? Show Daddy your face.
I can see your face. You going to try that bit? What does that taste like?
Is
that
it
yum?
yummy?
Mmm.
What's the verdict?
Delicious.
Well done, Robin.
Well done.
Okay, so that's it really. That's all I've got to share with you this week. Short and sweet, but hey, it's summer and we're all up to other exciting things. What do you like to do in the summer? Are there any other crafts that come in? Do you enjoy things other than knitting and crochet? What would you like to see more of on the channel? Would you like to see more baking, bit of gardening? You know, what do you want to see? I think for the summer, my making's going to be pretty varied, not just knitting and crochet. I say there can be some sewing, embroidery, cross stitch, all those sorts of things. And I'm really excited about the possibility of everything that I can have a go at during these 6 weeks of summer. Let me know what you're up to below, and give me a wave in the comments. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.